Hey there, peeps. Clark Brown here, Restoration Advisors. Dropping in, giving you a video, have some things to talk about. First off, I want to start that I'm out in the field. I'm in Boone, North Carolina, helping some contractors that I'm clients with, or that are clients of mine, that we are working on trying to, get these things done, get them clean, get people back home, stuff like that. So this was Hurricane Helene. As of the time of recording this, we are 12 hours ago, Hurricane Milton hit. I don't have a full assessment from our team yet, so I'll be getting more details on that. But I want to just give a shout out to my buddy, David Herring. I want you to go check out Herring. If you don't know David, go be friends with him on Facebook or whatever other networks or channels, maybe YouTube that he's on. He's putting out some killer content lately. Let me talk about those of us that do content. I would say, lots of people, but me, David, Andy, you know what? We're just regular people. We're regular people with iPhones or maybe some kind of setup in our office. I have a studio for my podcast, but we're really just regular people trying to do extraordinary shit. We're using, like I said, an iPhone. We're using some free tools. We've learned to edit videos to cut out all the crap that we don't want the cars driving by or something like that. So we're using sometimes free tools. Sometimes we're paying for stuff out of our pocket. And what does that mean? It means we're doing all this for free. We're all people like you that have seen and done a lot of things. Our life has given us a lot of experiences, and we just learned to talk about it because, as David calls his, it's a tribe. We have Restoration Nation. I look at everyone that might watch this that's in this space as a part of a tribe. It's not a financial transaction. I have a business. David has a business. We help people make a whole lot of money, but we also have to live. So check out his business. He has Right Claim. I'm sorry, David. And I have Restoration Advisors, and we absolutely make it to where you don't lose money and you make a lot and get freedom. But I just really wanted to give a shout out to those that are doing the work and those that maybe like myself that are helping others with eyes and ears of convincing you what not to do and maybe convincing you what you probably could do. Maybe you have desires to come into these hurricane zones and participate. That's great. I love it. You've got the tools, you've got the equipment. You might not have the education, but you can get that. But it's a bigger option. It's a bigger thing to look at. What can you afford it? You need to know what is really involved. The internet doesn't tell you all the things that we know, and we only know it because we did it wrong too. We literally are spending our time and money to tell people what's going on here and how to not make tragic mistakes, because me and David and Andy or whoever else, we all want you to do better in your business so that you can be a bigger part of this industry, which we're all trying to level up. Because in this industry, if a couple of bad seeds make the rest of us look like bad orchards, and we're not all bad, we just got some bad players. But if we can up-level that and scale up some people. So I'm in Boone. A bunch of people are in different places. Some people in Georgia, South Carolina. It's awesome, but it's also horrible that there's so many people going through some bad stuff. But I'll tell you, I know that I look at storms as like fingerprints. They all have a lot of similarities, but they all are a little bit uniquely different. Every hurricane hits different, depending on where it was, the time of year. If the ground was more saturated from a recent storm, it's going to affect things more. There are all these little small micro details that make things much, much different. And this one's no different. Same thing about tornadoes, fires. They aren't the same. So you have this like 90% process of how you do everything, your protocols, your SOPs, whatever you want to call them. And that's what you lean on. I know how to get started. I know the sequence of things. I know what to do, what not to do. But then there's this 10% of the stuff that you just can't predict. That's the stuff that usually kicks our ass, because then we forget the other 90% and we start doing like 100% wrong because we're trying to react to the 10%. I hope that makes sense. I'm out here helping some people on some commercial jobs. You know, like most people, I can't share them and talk about them. So anyway, I just wanted to drop a quick 5 to 7 minute video, let you know we're out here. I wish I could do this more while I'm in the field, but I've got to do the job. So this is what you're getting raw, using my AirPods as microphones, my iPhone. I'll throw it into a little editor. Maybe I'll just let it go as it is. And I'm not so hung up on the, you know, the production quality. I know a lot of people are, but sometimes the content's what's important, not how it comes out. I'm actually probably going to put this one up in black and white, because I think a lot of what we do is black and white. And if we get into the gray, if we make things harder, they will be harder. And then it's confusing. So stay strong out there. I've released a couple of things in a couple of groups. You can check it out. Go to Restoration Advisors and become a member of our academy, Restoration Business Academy. It's a lot of things involved: courses, content, coaching access to us, lessons, guest speakers, community, and everything else. So you'll be in our universe. So whatever we're doing, you'll be a part of it as new courses roll out, as new events pop up. Maybe it's something you could participate in, but just get involved. I put the new, I've been putting all week the licensing requirements in for Florida, and to warn people that you've got to have a business license in Florida to go to do work there. Otherwise your contract won't be any good. And yes, for mitigation. I've been talking about asbestos and environmental testing doesn't change because there's a storm. Those laws, OSHA, still exist, and they are very, very expensive. Anything that you hope to go down there and make, don't give that back to the government in sort of fines, and don't hurt your people. And then lastly, I posted today, and it's so new that it's not on their website yet. It might be by the time this is recorded or you see it. But the RIA, the Restoration Industry Association, the AGA, the Advocacy Governmental Affairs Division, headed up by Ed Cross, has some information about a lawsuit and a judgment that they had overturned about that Florida licensing. So that's a win in the win column, but it has not reached the legislative branch yet. It's just like this just happened in the last week or so. So the laws are the same, but maybe in the next couple of administrations, or the next, you know, House Judiciary Committee or whatever they do in Tallahassee for that, maybe they'll overturn or amend the current legislation, laws, and standards for that. So maybe next storm, contractors that aren't from that state, as long as they meet some criteria, they can go down there and do the work that they need to do for the mitigation and, you know, life, health, safety stuff. So I'd like to see that, because I think there's way more work than there are people to do it, qualified people. So I know a lot of people want to go down there, but I just tell you, this is not how you make up for a bad year. You don't go down there and improve your year unless you're just doing shady work. I mean, the right work, I know some of it's cash, but the right work, it takes some investment. So just be aware. If you have any more questions, reach out to us, restorationadvisors.com. Shout out to everybody in this industry. Shout out, go check out David Herring, Andy McCabe, maybe some other people that are putting out content. But make sure they're good. Make sure the people coming from the right place. Don't get the snake oil salesman into your feed. You don't want those algorithms on you. That's it. Take care. See ya.